So an interesting question. When you go for a toilet, would you flush your microbiome away every time? This was an interesting query posed in the comments section by one of the viewers. And while it is amusing, it actually is a very real and important question which a couple of my patients have also asked. The reality is that if you can imagine your intestinal wall, it's not that the microbiome or the bacteria hang on and cling on to the cells. What you have to imagine is that just as the lining of the intestine, there's actually another layer, a mucus layer that lines the wall of the intestine. And the microbiome actually lie within this mucus layer, and they are suspended in that layer, and that layer is what protects them from the food and other waste as it accumulates when the food process occurs and digestion occurs, and finally the feces forms in the large intestine. But along the whole way, the mucus layer acts as an insulation and a protector of the microbiome. This is quite important to know, because when you have ultra processed foods, when you have antibiotics, when you take some drugs like proton pump inhibitors, so these are your drugs like omeprazole or lansoprazole, or some pain medication like opioids, these actually cause a change in the mucus layer. They cause a crack in the mucus layer. They actually change the thickness of the mucus layer, and that's what causes a disruption of the microbiome, allows for the good bacteria to be sometimes affected and taken away from their usual place, and that allows for the bad bacteria or the bad microorganisms and their chemicals to go between this mucus layer. Now that the barrier has been broken, these bad bacteria and the chemicals they produce get to the lining of the intestine and can cause what's called a leaky gut. As we know, leaky gut can be a big problem and can worsen chronic pain and can have a major impact on many other physical health conditions and autoimmune diseases as well. So that's why it's important for the mucin layer, and actually as long as the mucin layer is well and in place, the microbiome is completely protected and is actually has a good barrier to prevent it from being washed off when you go to the toilet. I hope that reassures many of you who are wondering about how to look after your microbiome. Thank you for watching this, and I shall see you in the next video. Thank you for watching the videos. I hope you're getting value from them. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button for notifications on when the next videos are to be released.